Welcome back to TL's Hobby Center. Today we're going over the Ironman Mark IV. We're slowly collecting to our Hall of Armor. So this is one of the figures that I've had. I still have the box for, but it's, as most things do in age, they kind of get worn over time. So we're just going to review it and try to preserve as much as I can, and I'm going to show you pretty much what I have to go over. So this is the Mark IV. This is one of the more rare figures from the Ironman 2 movie that came out, because you don't see too many of them, and mostly because he comes also with this here Robert Downey Jr. head, which it doesn't exactly look like him, but I mean, you get the gist. It's close enough to looking like him. This figure, I'll show you the box. This is when they kind of had the upgrade of the leg joints. I mean, they're still rough, but they're not exactly what the Marvel Legends are today. So this here is, let's see if I can adjust it for you, the Iron Man 2 series, movie series, 6-inch figures, and they only sold them at Walmart. As I said, the box is a little rough for it being since 16 years ago now. So, I think it was 16 years ago. The movie came out in 2010, so yeah, 16 years ago. So, this is what the box is. It has a nice concept of the Mark VI figure for the movie. It has a blueprint style of the arc reactor. It has a hollow part of his leg on the inside of the box here. It is the Mark IV. It's the IV. It's an interchangeable heads and hands. So it's an exclusive 6-inch movie series, since this is when they switched down to the 3 and I think 3/4 inch figures. So I'm always more of a fan of collecting the 6-inch ones compared to the little ones, because you get more detail with the larger scale usually. But here we go, the back of it. Refinement Mark III. Its boosts, boot jets, and repulsors are turned to the absolute maximum potential power output, giving the Mark IV an unprecedented edge in speed and firepower. Even Jarvis got an upgrade, making the computer smarter and able to track scores of targets at once. So it's like a very basic thing. Has pretty much what the figure looks like I have here. Has a Mark V, some kind of walking RC Iron Man, and then a rolling headquarters thing. Never seen that, but again, I try to keep the box together as best I can for it, just, you know, how most kids are with their bedrooms. So that was how that went. But this is the figure now, which they upgraded, because now you can actually get the hands to tilt a little bit further back than how the other figures were. But now you can have two hands with the repulsors in them. One of the cool things that they finally fixed on this one, which, I mean, it's still a problem, is that the shoulder pads, but they're now on a pivot. Let's see if you can see that. You can now have a pivot of the shoulder pad, so they don't pop off of the arms like how those ones did. And it gives it more of a slimline style shoulder, so he doesn't look like he's too wide. The head looks a lot better than what they had from the prior. Let's see if I can show you this. So it's more in depth and detailed. There's even silver going on in the mouth slit, even especially on the sides. Just that little bit makes the figure a lot better, and the masks are relatively similar for the Mark IV to the Mark III. Can't see that much on that one, but very cool that they have that. This is the one that has the round arc reactor in the chest still, but the rest of the suit is pretty much the Mark VI. Let's talk about the legs, because I still have the slight issue of how these legs were for those ones. So they have an outside pivot, which is how those were, but now they have like a weird, it only pivots like that. And I mean, you can get them to adjust the way you need it to be to get like a leg up or swivel back and forth, but it's not anything quite like how the newer figures are, where you can go straight back and forth with it and side to side, which these are on a ball joint, which is why you can do that. These are on some kind of weird hinge, like a slider hinge. So that's one of the downfalls of this still, unfortunately, but this is where technology started going up and getting better. So they got way more chest movement. The head can go way more up and down. So that's kind of cool that you can do that. All around, I mean, it looks like the suit from the movie. I mean, it's pretty accurate to how the suit was. Mine was actually missing a little bit of gold paint on the bottom here. This one comes with different interchangeable hands. So it makes it nice and easy. You can pull them out. And this is one thing I wish a lot of the newer Marvel Legends would have, is that the fist, every single hand has a pivot, so you can get some more articulation out of it. Again, the arms can go all the way around. I don't want to pop the shoulder pad off. They swivel at the upper ball joint, arm joint, and they also have a double jointed arm. Obviously the chest has multiple movements. Give me 1 second. The legs can go all the way around the hip, go in and out, swivel at the hip, double jointed at the knee as well, and a little bit of ankle movement. So all in all, it's a similar articulation as always, but detail on this one's a lot better than how the Ironman Mark or Ironman 1 movies were. But you also get, I try to save it in here the best as I can. You get the same blasters from the first movie with this figure. They change it up just a little bit, so it's a little different. And you get 4 different hands. Well, actually 6 total different hands. You get like a loose grip style hand. And then you get a fist that he has here. And then you get the repulsor hand as well. Or just like a wide open hand. So, all in all, not too bad for this figure. I mean, you get a lot of parts with it. The best part of it, that if you can find a miniature donut, which is what the loose grip hand would be good for, is that you can put on Robert Downey Jr.'s face on this figure. So you can have him pop that off. And try to get this. Snap that one on. And these are still a pain to deal with. I forgot about that. The new ones are part of the shoulder joint, so they don't fall off. So that's his tiny head. They at least made it look accurate to be able to fit inside the suit. So his head's very tiny, but kind of fits the part. But if you had the donut, you have him sitting up in the, I think it was called Randy's Donuts or something like that. And you can have him just sitting up there trying to eat a donut. However you can pose him. And just, if you had the hand, you can show him eating the donut. So that's kind of cool. Not my most favorite suit. I mean, just because of the arc reactor. I mean, it's not my favorite because of that. I like how the Mark 6 looks. I mean, most of the suit is the Mark 6. But again, like I said, the Mark 6 isn't exactly my favorite suit. But I like the Mark 7. But I also like the Mark 6 for the throwback to the classic suit with triangle arc reactor. But that's basically what this suit is. I mean, it's... Let's see if I have him sitting here. But all in all, it's a good retro figure. I really like this figure. I've never really played with it because I didn't want to. I was at the age where I was trying to collect them but not break them. Let's see if I can get the helmet just sitting up in place. Be good. So it can be something like that. You can have him just kind of walking around with the helmet in his arm. It'd be good. So I mean, I like this suit just because you can do that with the head, which is very cool. Not too many of the 2010 model years have come with that. downfall, he's definitely still shorter. He's on the shorter end, but it's the upgraded part of it compared to how, just say, the original Mark III was more rounded and less detailed, if you can say. So it's definitely an upgrade to detail for sure from how they used to be. So I mean, I'll take that at least. That's an upgrade in itself. Mask has more detail. The suit has more detail. It's kind of where it led into what Marvel Legend is today. But that's really about all I have for you guys. I mean, you can see the difference. He's still about the same height as the originals, but still shorter than the Marvel Legends. But that's going to do it for us on this video. Let me know if you guys have any questions or if you guys have this figure. Don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the like button. And we will catch you on the next review. Keep on collecting, guys. Thanks.